The work we're doing this week follows a meeting we had with Brian Mullana a couple of months ago, where we've discussed and looked at what the trees need in order to make them last a couple more hundred years. We're here today to do the first phase of some reduction work to the magnificent line of beech trees along the King Barrow Ridge. The trees are a pollard form, which means there'll be decay happening at the branch unions, which predisposes them to collapse. So we then need to reduce the end weight to reduce the leverage. We'll also reduce the sail effect of the trees, which will reduce the chance of wind throw. This is Jez, who's our arborist, and he's going to tell us a bit more about how he's going to be doing the work.
Bit of a slight change from the old school technique of ladders and spikes. Obviously for a tree of this importance, obviously we can't, it's profound upon to spike unless it was being taken down. So our quickest form of access these days is to use the ascenders. And so you're doing a mixture of climbing and using the mobile platform? Yeah, that's right. The lateral work on the lower stuff is with the platform.
And you're using a mixture of hand saws and chainsaws?
That's correct. Obviously some of the smaller stuff only requires a hand saw, so we try and lessen the impact, so to speak, by minimising the use of chainsaws when we can.
We also know that whatever is taken off the crown of the tree will also happen underneath as it self-prunes its root system to meet the demands of the crown. Whatever is cut off the crown, the tree will take a similar amount off the root system. If we take too much off the crown, the roots will mirror this and will be unable to meet the demands of the regrowth and healing. We also do not want to take too much of the leaf area off the tree at one time because it needs this to photosynthesize.
What I'm trying to achieve now is throwing my line to gain an anchor point, so we'll see how this goes. I'll then transfer onto my standard climbing system, and I'll transfer off the ascend line into the conventional DRT or double rope technique.
By reducing the whole of the crown by just a couple of metres, we will allow light to penetrate into the inner crown, which hopefully will stimulate dormant buds, which will then allow the tree to slowly grow down. In something like 5 to 7 years, we'll come back to see if the buds have been stimulated. If they have, and we've got a new lower crown developing, we will then have the confidence to take off even more of the upper crown. We may repeat this procedure 3 or 4 times until the tree is at a height that we're happy with and is stable. This work involves just taking small bits off the edges of the tree over a period of time, little and often really. So something like 10% of the end of the tree will be taken off. So small wounds that the tree can cope with, and we'll see how that goes and do further work as necessary. I hope that's given you an insight into the work we're doing on the fabulous beech trees on the King Barrow Ridge at Stonehenge landscape. And we'll be back again shortly once we've done all the work to show Brian to see what he thinks.